started the school. I developed the school just because of the passion to ride. When I started riding by myself, I never really got to afford a riding school, right? And not everybody had an access to it. So when after racing, my racing career, I thought of putting up the school to help those getting into the sport. And then later on, just to help people know how to ride properly.
You know, I've seen Joey's class online. I've seen people take it on YouTube. So I had an idea of what they did, but I didn't necessarily ever think that I would take the class, ever. I had to unlearn a couple of things. The braking point in a car is different from the braking point on a bike. But the line is sort of the same. The apex is the apex. So it wasn't that big of an adjustment as I thought it would be earlier in the day.
Of course, I know that he's been riding, and also driving cars around the track. So I'd expect him that he'd know the lines and probably get those corners right away, put it into his riding, and yeah, that's what happened.
We're going to be applying different things now. So we learned to counter steer. That was the second time. Now we are going to go up to fifth gear. Any lessons that you learn in any of these classes will always make you a better rider. And that's the only thing you can control when you're out on the road in a motorcycle. At least you know you're confident enough that you're doing everything you can so that you are safe. It felt, when I was out on the track for the first time on a bike, it eerily felt very familiar. I do it like naturally.
Yeah.
So even if I tell myself to do it, I think I might do it a little too much. So it's very gentle.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Actually, the speed of your counters here, and I was pretty happy with how Jinno was riding, despite the fact that it's his first time on those motorcycles, and it's not easy to ride those motorcycles, especially on the pace that I'm letting them ride. Skills that I could use out on the road if I ever needed it, and I'm so happy I did, because it was fun. At the end of the day, my goal was to learn new skills and to enjoy, and I think I achieved that. A lot of companies have sent me abroad so that I could learn how to ride properly. I did a lot of schools, and I incorporated all of these things, all of the teachings, to come up something Filipino, right? Something easier to understand for Filipinos, and people would have access to.
Motorcycle. It makes your motorcycle lead. Every time
I didn't think I would be riding a sport bike today because I requested for an upright bike. So that alone was quite a shock to the system. But I didn't have any expectations. As long as you listen to the instructions and you do as you're told, it's a lot safer than it looks. And the bikes actually are much more stable than I thought they would be. It was quite impressive.
It's my first time on the track, on the motorcycle. And I only started riding this year. So I'm very excited about it.
My first time on a sport bike, and it's the first time for me to ride this year, so I've also learned I need to learn a lot more.
Observing how Marc Soong rode today and took on the training, well, of course I've known Marc and I'm happy that he started riding not only on the road, he started doing off-road, right? And that plays a very big role on the development of your riding skill.
It was not as scary as I thought it would be. Quite good experience.
First of all, is the position, no? It felt very, very different. That alone took quite a lot of getting used to. And I'm a big guy to small bike, but it's so light. I can see why people really get into it. It's just an amazing experience learning, no?
He's really developing and, figuring out how this and that works, getting comfortable with the ride. I was watching him. He started off a little slow in the morning, in the afternoon, picking up the pace, getting more comfortable. That's the idea, getting more comfortable, competent, and confident.
So I'm still figuring out what to do. I've only been riding for around 6-7 months, so hopefully I get it better this time, and let's see how it goes.
You know that's where we came from. Yeah, I took a couple L's. Now the only ones I take is when I face some. And I just got a new deal like I'm Taysom. You think it's scary now? Wait until the tape comes.
I'm really impressed. I've heard a lot of good things, and it's much more accessible than other motorsports. I think it's a step in the right direction for Philippine motorsports to have a school like this. I do it again. I do it again because I need a lot more learning.
Great days every day, like having a lot of people, meeting a lot of people, getting to train a lot of people. Right now we're around the 300 plus students that we've worked with, we've trained, enhanced their riding skills. And here at the school, it's not just about what we earn, it's about the relationships that we build, the friendships that we build, and that's the same reason why the school is really growing. It just gets bigger and bigger, more friends, more riders coming and learning.
Just line up your head with where you want to go.
Exactly.
It's not over there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One thing, dude, remember the apex?
Well, my expectation was to learn more about how to ride a bike quickly and handle it around corners. Every little skill that you can learn will make you a better rider. So that's, why I'm here.
Those are my words.
All right, so this is day one, or morning of our track day. We have a lot to learn. In fact, we've already learned quite a bit just in the theory class, so only one way to find out. Here we go! Luckily, when we did go out on the track, Joey was ahead of us, and so he showed us specifically, okay, this is where you need to turn, and gave us hand signals, and that really, really helped a lot.
My expectations for Mark Nelson is I'm pretty sure that he's gonna be breathing through the class, right? I mean, he's gonna really pick up the pace and, step up his riding capability or skills.
Let's hope it stays on. I definitely felt a lot more confident out on the track with the skills that I learned. Awesome to be able to lean right in, to take those corners at speed, to understand the body positioning and all of that.
I was really happy watching him, taking those corners, just coming in, clipping his turning points. A little more practice, I'm pretty sure, is really going to up his pace, and he's going to be on race pace, and that's not going to be impossible.
We got to see if we can apply all of the lessons that Coach Joey taught us. And now we're going to be, we're going a little bit faster. We're going up to 5th gear. We stayed in 4th gear before. So that's the theory. Let's see how it works in practice.
I tend to forget that it's Mark's first time. Pretty much we could say in Filipino, may sakay.
just have a better feel for how a bike rides. If you're planning on riding quickly, if you're planning on riding a street bike, I would absolutely 100% recommend this class. A bike is safe if you know how to ride it properly.